So today we'll be going to be speaking about the 32 latest SEO trends that is prevailing, and which some of which you can incorporate for your clients or your day-to-day operation. These are nothing fancy, but some of the most effective ways by which you can nurture and take your SEO journey into the next level. So come, let us find out. So here we go with the 32 latest SEO trends. Now, first of all, let us speak about the rise of the chatbot and the AI-driven search engine platform. So with the rise of chat GPT or chatbots and everything, generative AI is the next big thing, and for this particular reason, optimizing for entity have become the need of the hour, because generative AI software such as ChatGPT or Google Bird uses entity mapping or understands entities to be shown on them when something is searched against them. So how to define the entities on the website? So entities on the websites can be defined by various things. First of all, from the technical standpoint of the view, schema markup are one of the main important sources, and then using machine readable entity ID in the structured data HTML tags can be the second thing. Thirdly, doing huge amount of press releases and populating the existing structured data with rank brain structured data, which means like infusing a lot of extra data into the same, as you can see, can help to make your chances one step closer towards getting your entity established. Then leveraging more on the local SEO, because if you are more leveraged on the local SEO, then your NAP or 3-pack would be more stronger, and this is very important and useful. And you can see here one of the real-time results from the ChatGPT as well. Then the second thing is the JavaScript SEO. So the thing is that you need to make sure that your contents are discoverable, because the easiest way to perform this is just disable the JavaScript on your browser and load your particular website. If your website is loading, then your site is JavaScript friendly. If it is not, then it is not, because the thing is that JavaScript are an enemy of SEO, because if a site is having too many JavaScript, a crawler cannot crawl them, or they are having difficulty in crawling them. Now, having a bad crawling can obviously make your discoverability quite difficult by the search engine. So in order to make sure that you are fully accessible, there are certain things you can do. Make sure that your core web vitals are properly optimized. Make sure that your unnecessary amount of pages which are indexed or de-indexed, which is also known as index bloating. You can also block unnecessary JavaScript files. You can also defer JavaScript, or you can also use asynchronous JavaScript as well. Now, further to the index bloating is a serious threat, as because like if unnecessary or unuseful value or unuseful pages are being shown on search engines, then they can destroy a lot of the crawl budget, the Google's ability to crawl a particular page in a given day. Now, in order to reduce that, and also in order to preserve the user value or the user engagement, it's very important to detect the index bloat. Now, the easiest way to detect that is very simple. You can use Screaming Frog for the same, or you can just go to your Google Analytics and find all the high bounced or the least visited sites on the page, and then you can fix them by a various amount of ways, such as you can redirect them to. You can use 3-axis redirection to a meaningful page. You can either delete the page and use a 301 to the home page to avoid the 401, to avoid the 404 error. You can also define the canonical. You can remove this from the sitemap, or you can simply no index them using a robots no index tag. Now, apart from the index bloat, then we're coming to the international SEO. Now, the first thing here is using xdefault and hreflang tag. Now, hreflang tag is very simple. It can help you to define the language a particular website should be prioritized. This is very much useful if you're having a multilingual website as a same. Here are certain examples that you can see, and xdefault means the default language that you want to showcase on a particular website. So these are some of the syntaxes that you can check. So then there is u.com. So obviously, once again, no one likes to just work or focus on Google. So you can also try some other search engines. We already have another video about Yandex. Do check that. So you can also try out u.com. The process pretty much is similar. The crawling, indexing, processing, ranking, results page almost is similar. You can build trust. You can just optimize for the App Store. the indexation and the crawl budget phase is pretty much similar. There is sitemap. You need to optimize for your sitemap. Make sure your crawl budget is very good. Then focus on generating or making quality content, because Google's EE80 guidelines suggest that any content should be full of expertise, authoritativeness, trust and experience. In order to do that, make sure the authority schema has been implemented. Make sure the contents are done after heavily researching the same, and make sure that even if you cite some sources, these are from some of the genuine sources as well. More than that, try to make YM topics, because an YM topic always help in like disrupting the search quality rated guidelines, because having an article from a top rated sources always helps to get an edge over the field. Then it comes to leverage the long tail keywords for driving quick traffic and organic rankings in Google. Now, why long tail is important? The reason why they are important is because, like, if you see the graph, the search demand graph, long tail keywords often have higher transactional intent compared to an exact match. So this proves that if you are having a long tail keyword, even though the traffic might be lower, but the chance of getting into a good amount of transactional phase drastically improves. And also, long tail keywords are less competitive, they are intent specific, so they sometimes can also help you to get into the Google related search terms, and also help you to attract traffic as well. Then you can use the around operator to find relevant keywords to target. Now this is something which can be useful by your content team. So Google has its own search operator known as around for finding web pages that includes the words or phrases which are near to each other. By finding the most relevant search results that contains keywords that Google considers nearest to our target query, we can extract the words with higher relevancy score and optimize our target landing pages with them. Here is an example like which you have used, like star online around supplement. So any businesses that mostly focus around online supplemental store will be shown to us, and then we can do a lot of reverse engineering or comparative strategies for a lot of other benefits. Then we need to check on the HTTP2 protocol, because right now HTTP2 is most faster and safer. So there are a lot of ways to check that. You can use Chrome Developer Tool, or you can use HTTP2.pro to make sure that your website is being served on HTTP2. Then we have the WebP images or the format. So it is very simple. So the thing is that in internet it's quite useful that you use a WebP format because of three reasons. The first of all, WebP is 26% smaller in size compared to other formats. WebP is lossless, which means the quality will not be reduced, and there will be 34% more reduction compared to any other formats of images. And last but not the least, this will not put any drag over your server, because this will be directly based on the browser's end. So WebP, so any images should be converted into WebP, then should be applied. And as you can see, a good compression versus a bad compression. So WebP in WebP, these situations will not arise, because they do not focus, they do not destroy the quality of the images. So there are certain plugins to do that if you're using WordPress, like Lightspeed Cast, Smush, or even if you can use automated tools from around the web. Just search that I need to convert a certain image format to WebP. Then we have crawl depth and the HTML sitemap. So the word crawl depth signifies the number of click it takes Google from the home page to reach to that particular page. And this is important because if any page is buried deep down, then it is quite hard to find and get discoverable on Google. So having it solved would be the right strategy. So having an HTML sitemap is the key solution to make sure that it is not buried deep down inside. 3-pack and local SEO. Everyone knows 3-pack is very important, because if you're driving a car and if you're running out of fuel, then if you just immediately search fuel store nearby, then 3-pack ranking would be the first thing that you would do. So it's very useful for getting quick customers with high intent, and apart from that, this really strengthens your local SEO impact and also boosts your GMB and can further add to the brand voice and brand value. Then optimize for Google multi-search. So Google multi-search would be the next big thing, such as Google Lens, Apple Lens. So how Google's multi-search work is very simple. If you're unable to understand something, just scan or translate. It can give you information for the same. So there are a lot of ways by which you can do that. You can embed a lot of 3D structured data markups. You can fit in a lot of information about the same. And apart from that, SEO can also benefit from the multi-search, because this can drive more amount of traffic from other sources, such as the images and videos on the web pages or any other thing. User experience can also be integrated with the help of 3D images and augmented reality. As you can see, augmented reality have become the next big thing and the next need of the hour. So it's quite simple. You can just embed a 3D structured data model in your structured data, and this can help you to appear as a 3D if your site does permit that. A short guide on the waterfall diagram and how to optimize. So waterfall is nothing but just a visual representation about the resources or the assets of a particular landing page where most bandwidth is being utilized in terms of server. So it can be a JavaScript, CSS, HTML, it can be an image and everything. So the purpose is quite simple. If you see that any particular resource is consuming the highest bandwidth in terms of time and anything, then you can simply re-optimize that. Like now this depends upon the criteria. If the DNS lookup time is higher, then you need to fix your IP. If the initial connection time is higher, then you need to asynchronously optimize a lot of the factors. If your SSL and TLS negotiation period is not good, then you need to work on your HTTP serving request. If your time to first byte is error, then you need to apply a content delivery network or a CDN and apply a lot of caching policy. And last but not the least, if your downloading speed is slow, then you need to definitely speak with your host and check your log files performance. But working with waterfall diagram is very important, because this optimizing on waterfall would make sure that all of the servers are not overutilized or underutilized, and your site will be having a better performance for the SIM and across the board. Then we have the entity stacking for SEO. Now the thing is that everyone does build backlink, but when it comes to the indexing of the backlink, there is very rare chance. So entity stacking is very simple. You use all of the Google's sources to stack one by one as a link field format, and then you do some backlink submission. This will help you to immediately index some of the backlinks in Google, since Google sites are quietly authoritated. Then we have the breadcrumb navigation and its importance, because breadcrumb navigation always provide a clear navigation. Most importantly, breadcrumb navigation can help to maintain a proper architectural site feature as well. So there are certain best practices for implementing breadcrumbs, as you can see on the screen, so you can just follow the same. Then we have the Google indexing API. I'll keep this short because you already have a dedicated video for the same. So Google have its own indexing API. If crawled by Python, then you can have a faster indexing as well. There is even a before and after, which you can see. Then you have the Chrome user experience report, or also known as crooks. So crooks can give you a score in understanding what is the readability and what are the UX disasters you have on your campaign, because if you maintain a good UX, then obviously your user experience would be great and Google would definitely reward you for the same. Then we'd be talking about the multilingual SEO. So multilingual is one of the most good SEO practices, because various campaign uses different sets of practices. So there are certain steps to do that. So as you can see on the screen, just follow this, and then you can proper utilize hreflang tags, use separate multilingual sitemaps, or even build local links pertaining to separate directories of the backlink, and also you can use a separate GMB profile as well. Then you can identify crawl traps, which is part of an advanced SEO analysis. Now crawl trap refers to a website structure that has a technical issues. These traps provide infinite URLs, making crawling difficult for the spider. Now the point is that why this is difficult, because this has never-ending URLs, mismatch types, subdomain redirect traps, search-based crawl trap, and time trap, and often this can also reduce the speed and make your site dead. So the thing is that to prevent never-ending URLs, these are some of the strategies that you can follow, as you can see on the screen. To fix the mix-match crawl traps, you can see the steps on the screen. To fix the subdomain redirect crawl trap, you can follow these steps. To fix the search-based crawl traps and time traps, you can see on the screen. Then we have the dead page optimization. So dead page means the pages that serves no user value, which have high bounces and no traffic. So you can simply identify the same from Google Search Console or even from the Google Analytics and make a list of that. Either merge that into a meaningful page or de-index them, or you can even remove, delete, and make it 301 to the home page to avoid a 4x6 error. Also make sure to remove them from the sitemap as well. Image indexing, so make sure to use an alt tag. Already we have discussed about the WebP. Make sure the file format and the compression is done properly. And then for the video SEO, make sure you use the video schema, the video sitemap. Make sure that you are also performing video submission across the video submission sites as well, and embed relevant videos on top ranking pages. Then we are using bibliometrics to enhance the off-page strategy. So bibliometric is nothing but this is a part of an NLP that uses popularity sources. So whenever you are trying to use a backlink, try to yield from a high relevant source so that the popularity can increase the bibliometric score, and this can help to improve the ranking as well. Examples of heuristics in SEO. So heuristics is a course schedules is a popular working management tool. Now the thing is by which heuristics work is like this can be an headliner and analyzer. So this can make your headline more catchy, even though this depends upon the keyword research. But the thing is that this can like focus and make you a thought leader for your particular campaign. Now deploying heuristics for a website's usability. There are certain guidelines, as you can see. So these guidelines should be followed. And moreover, there is a huge difference between algorithmic and heuristics SEO. Calculating the semantic score using NLP, you can also calculate the intent of a particular user. So if the intent is good, then that would rank higher. If not, then you need to rework on the same. And apart from that, lastly, you can predict human interest to scale traffic. So predicting human interest is actually possible. You can incorporate a lot of personalization on the SEO strategy, language, location, search intent. So personalization can actually be more search intent specific and can help to optimize the customer journey mapping, as you can see. So the last but not the least, you can see a direct search engine optimization graph where there is a certain improvement after optimizing all the same. And few additional things is like geotagging. So if you are serving beyond nationwide, then geotags or HTML geotags are important. And few additional guidelines would be the passage or feature snippet indexing that will help you to become a market leader. Also, you can make use of some of the APIs that is available from Google Dev, such as the AMP URL, to make your website lightning fast. And also you can use API to find the low quality pages or enhance the ad experience using the API. Last but not the least, you can play with a lot of API that can be found on the Google Developers platform. We already have a lot of videos on the Python segment for the same, so you can check out those. And practicing all of these things will make sure that you are having a solid SEO and you are all geared up for the future of the SEO. Thank you.